Here's a watch I love so much I postponed making my video review because I want to wear and enjoy my purchase. It's been on my wrist, in the house and on my travels. It's an Addiesdive watch fielding a contender for the best style on, well, just the best style, no matter how many zeros are on the price tag. So welcome to my review of this impressive and incredible value Addiesdive watch, reference AD2066. Had I done the unboxing first, it would have gone mostly like this. Ta-da! Yeah, the usual plastic tub that many watches sold on AliExpress come in for safe travel. I'll place an affiliate link in the description to where you can buy the watch. If you use it to make a purchase, it helps support my work at no extra cost to you. First, let's start with the dial. It has a smart blend of design cues. It has a faceted outer edge and simple but elegant applied baton indices. Some enthusiasts note the dial homages the style of certain classic dress watches, and to me the case shape seems inspired by popular luxury models. I don't name drop those big premium brands to attract extra views by manipulating your search results. It costs me some clicks, but it keeps things honest. If that matters to you, please hit the like or consider subscribing if you're new here. Thanks. The dial print and Addiesdive branding use an attractive font in just the right size, which lends the watch a clean, uncluttered aesthetic. There's no date window to spoil the symmetry. That would have been almost criminal to cut a hole in a dial this attractive. It's no dive watch, but you get BGW9 lume on the indices and the hour and minute hands. Oh, this mint green colorway is sure to sell out the fastest. It has a delicate hue that comes alive both indoors and outside in natural light. Check out that sunburst radial finish as it shifts around the dial, demanding attention. Within the realm of what's affordable to me, the best dials I've had hands-on experience with are those on some of my Seiko watches I've reviewed, who of course are well known for making some spectacular dials. And this dial and handset are truly of that caliber or better. All of this good work could have been ruined by manufacturers' habitual and unnecessary inclusion of overly reflective sapphire crystals, so frequently fitted to appease spec-obsessed buyers even when it might be the wrong choice crystal for a watch. Instead, this Addiesdive watch has a much more optically clear and impact-resistant mineral crystal, and with a blue anti-reflective coating that I can just see on its outer edge here. They also suggest it has a scratch-resistant coating of some kind. Anyway, the mineral crystal allows you to see this fantastic dial, and not a reflection of yourself when you look at it. It allows you to see the light refraction, radiant effects, and textural depth, all coming from the dial. Most of this would have been lost by fitting the all-too-familiar mirror-like sapphire. So, top points for a perfect crystal selection to complement the dial. Moving on to the 316L stainless steel case and its dimensions. Check out that side profile. The case is finished to an exceptionally high standard. It's polished on the sides, and the case height is about 11mm when measured from the top of that domed crystal. The front face to the lugs have a very subtle satin radial brush, and the bezel is polished. Let's measure the diameter. It's supposed to be a 36mm, but my calipers are accurate, and I measure the case diameter at just under 37mm. I thought it looked a little bigger than advertised. I find the watch perfectly proportional on my 7¼ inch circumference wrist. These tapered lugs extend towards the major diameter or equator of the bezel circumference, presenting a lot of front-facing surface geometry that gives the impression of a larger watch case. I'm used to wearing a 40mm, and when I wear the Addiesdive, it provides a visually equal presence on my wrist despite its actual dimensions, and sized for my wrist with 3 links removed. Weighs only around 100 grams on the bracelet, which by the way has solid links and solid end links. Sizing the bracelet is easy, it uses regular push pins. There's a milled clasp, just what we all want, and the clasp is presently compact with a tidy brushed finish and stamped branding here, and a very useful 5 micro adjust positions. Oh yeah, we missed the screw down crown, which is also signed. My plan for this watch was to review it and to sell it, but it's just too good to part company with. And I actually don't have another bracelet watch at the moment. I recently sold all of mine because they were heavy, I never wore them, and they felt like wearing handcuffs. But not only is the Addiesdive lightweight and compact, it also has this very flat screw-down caseback which keeps it planted firmly on my wrist. Also, this etched branding offers friction to stop it sliding around. I've been wearing the watch with complete comfort. So how did they squash an automatic movement in here, you ask? Well, they didn't. If you've been watching the seconds hand sweep around the dial and thought it was the usual NH35 auto, you were mistaken. The movement is a much more accurate Japan-made Seiko Instruments VH31, or as some call them, a Mecha Quartz, and it operates at 32,768 Hz and simulates a smooth sweeping motion with 4 ticks per second. Whether it's a VH31A or a B, I don't know, so let's find out. The VH31A is a 2-jewel movement, whereas the B has no jewels. The specs are identical for both movements, so it doesn't really matter. I'm just being a geek now. And there is the VH31B, accurate to plus or minus 15 seconds per month. I use these movements in project watches I build, and I can report I get accuracy more like plus or minus 1 second per month, if at all any deviation. They're super accurate. One thing to note for those that are not confident at changing a battery is that you might start pulling on this white spacer and think that it doesn't come out. It does. It's just a tight fit and it has to come out to get to the battery. What you need to do is pull upward while holding the movement down in the center. We can see the battery type is an SR920SW. That's a common silver oxide button cell battery that should last you approximately 2 years. So how much is the watch? It looks like a more expensive model. It has stunning looks, a quality bracelet with solid links and a milled clasp, all of which mainstream brands often won't give you unless you spend many times more money. It also has impeccable case finishing and 100 meters water resistance. Well, Addiesdive has always been known as probably one of the most affordable watch brands on AliExpress, and they don't disappoint this time either. But what's confusing is that nowadays they still offer crazy value while also producing watches finished to a standard comparable with the very best regarded and much higher priced offerings found on AliExpress. Prices fluctuate like crazy, but you might get one around the $50 or $60 mark, depending on whatever sales are happening.